we also want to talk about the Eaton Fire, right? As the area is expecting rain this weekend. Let's go to KCAL News reporter Nicole Comstock live in Pasadena with preparations and reaction there. Nicole?
Yeah, and you know, utility crews are really just barely cracking the surface of the repair work that needs to be done up here around the Eaton Fire burn area. Right now, we are in the Upper Hastings Ranch neighborhood in Pasadena, where 150 homes burned down just 2 weeks ago. And now the rest of the neighborhood needs to be safeguarded from potential mud flow because of the rain coming in this weekend. Take a look at this video here. There's barely any vegetation left up on the San Gabriel Mountains in Altadena 2 weeks after the Eaton Fire burned 14,000 acres. 9,400 structures, including homes, were destroyed, and 17 people were killed, along with 24 missing people who are still unaccounted for. And now the conversation is quickly shifting to mud flow. Although we're not expecting an enormous amount of rain, the city of Pasadena says even a drop will flow 7 times faster than before the fires, meaning it only takes a fraction of an inch of rain to bring down mud and debris. CAL FIRE strike teams are coming in to help fill and set up sandbags to protect these neighborhoods. And a short time ago, we spoke with a family that still has their home. Now they're worried about mud and toxic ash.
So I don't know if that can happen here or not.
Yeah, well, there's not a lot of vegetation up on the hills.
There sure isn't. It's pretty bare. They're clearing toxic debris, so you can take a guess it's not going to be healthy.
Well, officials say there is always the possibility of thunderstorms in that area, which would be a worst case scenario. So they are getting prepared for that as we speak. Starting tomorrow, they'll be using the Santa Anita racetrack as a staging area. So they're bringing in 10,000 concrete barriers, 30,000 feet of straw, and 25,000 gravel bags. Then they'll have crews coming out to these areas, helping neighbors set those up and really trying to create a buffer between the dirt coming down off of the hillside here and coming right back into these neighborhoods that are, you know, already in a state of devastation after these fires. Reporting live in Pasadena, Nicole Comstock, KCAL News.
And let's not forget those sandbags the Army Corps of Engineers have been filling for the last few days. Nicole, thank you so much. Well, as Nicole was saying, rain is headed our way, and meteorologist Dani Ruberti is tracking that now in her next weather forecast.
Yes, Juan. We have been waiting for this big transition. I know we don't want too much of it in a little bit of time, but thankfully we're going to get that big pattern change going into the weekend, and we're going to talk about that. I want to first focus on current conditions where the Hughes Fire is burning right now. You can still see that live look from Desmond right there next to me. Right now, though, we are looking at winds that are not as strong as they were earlier. Yes, this is good news. Gusts really ranging between 20 to 25 miles per hour, specifically in this area. Temperatures in the low 60s. It's going to get cold very, very fast in this area. But the big concern is that we are looking at very, very dry conditions. Relative humidity is still in the single digits. Anywhere that you're seeing that color right now, these are our current wind gusts. That's where we're still seeing gusts really between 20 to 25 miles per hour. Earlier, we had gusts up to 40 miles per hour. So this is giving our firefighters the opportunity to get a handle on this, even though there is the opportunity for that to spread. Now, I want to talk about the timing of winds because we are not done with the Santa Ana winds. We are still waiting for them to ramp up and peak late tonight into early tomorrow morning. So this is a look at midnight, and things are going to stay pretty close to what we're seeing right now. So gusts between 20 to 25 miles per hour, but it's between midnight and 6 o'clock tomorrow morning that you start to see more of those colors on our map. So we've got some stronger winds developing around dawn tomorrow. I'll take a step out of the way. So for areas right near the Hughes Fire, near Castaic, this is where we are going to be seeing winds between 30 to 40 miles per hour, gusts approaching 55 miles per hour. Again, so we are going to be dealing with difficult territory, dangerous territory in terms of the winds, because that is going to play a big role in what we see tomorrow, which is why right now this is the ideal time for our firefighters to get a handle on what we're seeing out there in Castaic. So we'll continue to see gusty winds during the day. This is late morning into the early afternoon. This is a traditional Santa Ana wind event. So this is going to be focused on those areas that typically get those Santa Ana winds. So Inland Empire, Inland Orange County, areas like Fontana in the IE, and then you've got LA Ventura counties, those windy corridors, strongest winds expected up in the mountains, gusts between 60 to 70 miles per hour there. And those are isolated gusts. We're not talking about widespread 70-mile-per-hour gusts, mainly through our higher elevation. And then you can see once we get to Thursday evening, winds are starting to relax a little bit. We're going to see them dying down, and then that's going to continue going into Friday. And then finally, we get to Friday afternoon, and the onshore flow is back. We are still so dry out there, bone dry all across Southern California with that relative humidity, single digits and teens. This plays a big role when we're dealing with this elevated fire danger and when we're dealing with the red flag warnings. I mean, this is a recipe for these fires to spread quickly. It's dry, it's windy, and that's what we get. And even warm today. Temperatures are going to be warming again going into tomorrow. But I've got to say, winds are not as bad as what we were seeing earlier. They're a little bit more relaxed right now, but it is still breezy through those areas of Santa Clarita into Simi Valley over towards Malibu. And then you're also seeing that in the Inland Empire. Another big piece of this, a lot of folks talking about all the smoke. I mean, we've been seeing plumes of smoke traveling 40 miles from Castaic all the way over to Oxnard, right there towards the coast. So most of Ventura County is dealing with this thick smoke. And as we go into late tonight, early tomorrow morning, as those winds pick up, you can see some of that smoke starting to filter into more of LA County, Santa Monica, Los Angeles, pushing into the west side. And so it is going to be a little bit smoky as a lot of us wake up first thing tomorrow. But here is the change that we've been waiting to see. High pressure has been in control for the last 6 weeks. We've been seeing this consistent and constant offshore flow. I mean, it feels like these Santa Ana winds will not come to an end. But by this weekend, it's a different story. High pressure is getting pushed out of here. We've got a storm that's moving in by the time we get to Saturday afternoon. And this is going to bring us a good chance, our first winter storm that will bring us rain over a 48-hour period. So what we're hoping for is for that rain to move through slowly and that we can keep these thunderstorms away. Because when we get these thunderstorms, we get those brief, heavy downpours, and we don't want that. We want to try to avoid that so that we're not dealing with the mudslides, the debris flow. There's a low chance for that, non-zero chance, but a low chance for that. You can see, though, once we get into this weekend, we're talking rain between 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 of an inch of rain in areas like Los Angeles, also in Anaheim. So let's talk timing of the rain. I know a lot of you at home thinking, we have been waiting for this change. It has been our driest start to winter since the 60s. We haven't seen rain here in Southern California. I should say decent rain, measurable rain, since May of last year. So it has been quite some time. This is welcome news. But again, I know when we're dealing with this rain, there are other concerns that come with this, but at least we're going to be seeing that onshore flow back, and we're going to start to see rain entering the picture this upcoming weekend. So by around 6 o'clock in the afternoon Saturday, we start to see some rain moving through, and it's going to be rainy on and off Saturday night into Sunday. Snow levels dropping to about 3,500 feet. So we are expecting to see several inches of snow at the resort levels, and then you can see Sunday during the day. As of right now, things could change, but this is looking like our rainier day, and it does look like everyone here in Southern California is going to get in on this to some extent. Of course, we're fine-tuning this forecast as we get closer, and we're keeping a very close eye on thunderstorms. There is the possibility for those to develop Sunday morning into Sunday evening, but there's not a really high chance for that. So we want to keep these thunderstorms away. We want this rain to move in slowly. We're talking light to moderate rain Saturday, Sunday, lingering into Monday, and then we'll start to dry out again. So this is going to be a big change for us here at home. On top of that, things are getting cold tomorrow morning, but for those areas that are getting the Santa Ana winds, it's going to be a little bit warmer to start our day.